In middle school, Sawyer, Carter, JoJo, and Chop, we were pretty close, and my little brother was in wrestling, and I was sitting at practice one day, and they came up to me, and they're like, oh, like, you should try it, and they, like, showed me, like, moves and stuff, and then liked wrestling ever since.
My dad makes me do it.
So I was managing for the team because I was really close with Amaya, still am. And sophomore year, her mom came in with a pair of her little brother's older shoes and threw them at me and said, get to wrestling in front of everybody during a team meeting.
Yeah, no, my mom was not very light with that. My brother wanted to join wrestling when he was able to start wrestling, and since at that time I decided to quit basketball because I just didn't like it, and my mom said I had to do something, and so she signed me up for wrestling, and at sign-ups I was bawling my eyes out because I wanted nothing to do with it, and then like the first 2 practices wanted nothing to do with it, and then after that week I like kind of fell in love with it, and now here I am.
I was like 4, so I didn't really know what was going on. My dad tied my shoes and told me to go out there, so I was like, all right.
Oh my god.
Someone like sharded at, was it sectionals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
That was disgusting.
That was so nasty.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Whole butt was like brown.
And
In a white singlet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that
like
was
wrestling.
awful.
Personally, it was this year at Bias State when a girl passed out, and I had no clue that she passed out while we were wrestling, so I continued to no, it was in Oklahoma, and I just completely went through and pinned her, and no clue she was passed out, and she was just completely limp. So then after that,
That was scary.
Scott, like Coach Thurber, he like kept saying that, because during the match he kept punching me in the face with like cross faces and everything, so he said it turned into a boxing match and I KO'd her.
At Bias State, sophomore year, it was my first tournament of like wrestling at all. And after my match, I looked at the screen, like the big jumbo screen, and there's just a video of me getting thrown on the screen. So that was pretty embarrassing.
No, I think like secondhand embarrassment for you is when you'd be getting taken down with a giant smile on your face.
Oh yeah.
Every single time, no matter what it was, or if you're being pinned, giant smile on your face.
It wasn't even intentional.
I'm like, why?
I think it was at Cashton. I think that's where it was. A kid farted on me. It was super loud.
That's so gross.
When in middle school, JoJo, like, he'd get that look on his face, and then he'd immediately, like, have to go throw up after that.
Remember
and
when
then
that
he'd,
girl almost threw up on you last year?
That
Oh my
was
gosh, that was so nasty.
I was wrestling at
Sectional.
sectionals, and during the match, the girl, like, threw up right next to me.
Barely missed her body.
Yeah, and it was, like, really gross, because, like, when I went to, like, get up, my hand almost went in it, and yeah.
Oh, that sucked.
Thank God it didn't.
My smiling. I'm done. That was so embarrassing.
Oh, that one time that I just like fell.
Oh, you
That was
tripped
I remember that. That was embarrassing.
I KO'd at conference sophomore year. KO. By the Adams kid, knocked me right out.
I'd say the worst thing for me was like during off season, I was wrestling, I think in Dominant and Dells, and like this girl took me down and my arm got stuck in her singlet. Like it went all the way through the side and it wrapped around like the back part of her like singlet, and I was completely stuck. So she ended up pinning me, and afterwards I questioned the ref. I'm like, you could see my arm all the way through. He's like, well, you're pinned anyway, can't redo it. I'm like, you could have called the match. And he's just like, oh well. I'm like, wow, okay.
I used to be able to burp the ABCs. Just like burp. I don't know if I can do it anymore. I don't think I can. I might throw up. Especially after practice.
I can fart with my armpit. Let's see if I still got it.
That's good stuff.
I miss this team.
This is the
I
hardest
mean, I'll
question
miss
so
being
far.
around everybody all the time. Like, it's an everyday thing, even like Saturdays. I'm with them 6 out of 7 days of the week, and it'll be different, especially like being so far away too.
For me, losing the weight every year is nice because I tend to gain like 20 pounds after wrestling every year. And then wrestling kind of makes me lose the weight again. But I don't know how what's going to make me lose the weight again in a year from now. So that'll be rough.
You'll get it down.
That'll be rough.
I think I'm gonna miss having like someone to like joke with about stuff all the time. Like when I catch Rylan in the hallways, we always have like something to talk about.
Right, just like having that little
Yeah.
click.
Yeah.
I'll miss the coaches.
That is a good point. We got some good coaches. Pretty fun.
Pretty funny guys.
Yeah. You can talk to them. You feel comfortable around them.
I'm gonna miss the coaches. Scott.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
I miss Brooks' goofiness every Monday.
I'm gonna miss
More
Coach.
reps!
Coach GM. I'm gonna miss
Oh,
Coach Gallerup.
You're still missing Booty.
I'm gonna miss my bus buddy JoJo. We snuggle quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Snuggle buddies.
Probably miss the talks with my dad about wrestling a lot.
I'm gonna miss the talks with my dad too. It's gonna be interesting what else we're gonna do. But
Because he wants me to win as much as I want to win. And I think that I just do it like, I mean, I look back on it and he's taught me basically everything I know, so.
Probably that bond with like my dad coming and helping out.